started on our back. So come on down, lay down on your backs, and then just let your legs be out nice and long. Just let them kind of fall wherever they do. And then let your arms come up overhead and do the same with the arms. Just let them relax wherever they want to be. And we're just going to take a couple of moments here to focus in on the breath. And then also using this time to just check in and see how you feel this morning. As you breathe here, see if you can start to deepen your inhales and your exhales. You might place your focus on the belly, on the diaphragm as you fill with air, expanding, and then as you exhale, an empty of air. We'll take a couple breaths like that. Maybe you close the eyes. Maybe you just soften the gaze. Do what feels good. Big inhale. And exhale. We'll do one more like that. Inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, keep your arms where they are. And we're just going to start to bend the knees. And then once you've bent the knees, we'll lift the feet and draw the legs in toward the chest. Letting the legs hover here. You might notice that as you pull the knees in, you might be able to press the lower back and the mid back down to the mat. And pull the belly in slightly here, but stay nice and relaxed here. Stay nice and heavy into the mat. You're welcome to keep the eyes closed if that feels good. And we're still breathing nice and deeply in and out through the nose. Then we're just going to start to add some little ankle circles here, taking them in one direction, and then we'll go ahead and reverse it, take them the other way. And breathing in and out. Checking in. Inhale and exhale. Good. On your next inhale, coming back to center, finishing up those ankle circles. We'll draw the knees together. And then as you exhale, slowly using the strength of the abdomen, let the knees fall over to one side. See if you can go nice and slow. You do not have to touch the ground. If hovering is feeling better, then go ahead and do that. If you'd like to bring the legs all the way down to one side, go for it. Exhale here, and then on the inhale, draw the legs together first, knees together, and your legs together, and then come back through center. And as you exhale, send them over to the other side. So you might notice that as you move through this, it helps to press the upper back and the arms down toward the mat. See how it feels? Inhale, pressing the arms to help you lift the legs, belly's drawing in, and then exhale, other side. Now, if you'd like to just, as I said before, hover, you could stay hovering off the mat, just go as far as feels good, and then we'll inhale back through center, keeping those legs glued together, one leg, and then exhale, other side. Let's do one more round of that. Inhale, center, and exhale, send the knees to one side. And inhale back through center, exhale, other side. Good. Inhaling, coming back through center. Bring the arms down like a big circle with both the arms, and then reach the arms around the legs for a big hug. Go ahead and lift the head here. Squeeze out all the air. Bring the forehead toward the knees, nice and small here. And then go ahead and lower the head. Take a nice deep breath in. Bring the hands to the fronts of the knees and just get some circles in this time with the hips. So we're moving the knees in circles here, finding that range of motion in the hips. See how it feels. You might have some popping, some clunking. Go easy. Go gently, just see how it feels. And then we'll switch directions. Move at your pace. You do not need to go at the same pace as me. go whatever place feels good. And go ahead and come back through center. We're gonna make our way up to a seat. If you'd like to roll up, you can bring the hands behind the legs and round the spine, using the legs to bring you up to a seat. If that's not sounding good this morning, you can just roll over onto one side and use your hands to come up. We'll find a seat cross-legged. Notice which leg you have in front. It's probably the leg you always have in front, and then we'll just come back to that. I'm gonna take a nice deep breath in here, reach the arms up tall, get really long from your hips, all the way up to your fingertips. And then as you exhale, fold forward, keep that nice flat back, and bring your hands down to the mat. Once your hands are down, if you'd like to start to round through the spine and tuck the chin, you can. You can walk the hands forward, drop the head. In fact, I encourage it wherever you are to round the spine, drop the head. Just hang out here for a moment, breathing in and out. One more deep breath in here. Exhale it out completely. Inhale, walk the hands back in, walk yourselves back up through center. And we're going to bring our left hand to our side, down to the mat beside us. And we'll bring our right arm up and over. Big inhale, side bend to the left. We're going to move through this with the breath. So we'll inhale, come back up through center, bring that right arm down. And then exhale, lean left, right arm up and over, side bend. Now, we're making this a side bend, not a forward fold. So when we reach the side, I want your chest, both sides of the chest, to be still facing forward. Another thing you can think about is that if there was a wall behind you, I love this imaginary wall, your shoulder blades would be touching this wall the whole time. So the both shoulder blades are staying in contact with the wall. All right, let's do one more big inhale, big reach with that right arm. And then this time, we're going to turn the torso down toward the mat, down toward the left leg, and bring the right hand down next to the left. Good. Press the hands into the mat. Now I want you to see if you could press that point between the shoulder blades farther away from your hands. Now the way of thinking about that is that you're spreading your shoulder blades apart in the upper back. Take a breath in here. Notice how that feels. Nice dome of the upper back. Exhale it out. Okay. On your next inhale, lift the right hand. Get big. Reach that right arm up to the sky. Fingers to the sky. Big breath in. And then exhale, come right back down. Right hand down to the mat. Round your upper back. Tuck your chin. Inhale. Reach it up. Exhale. Round. All right, so when we're rounding, our shoulder blades are really far apart. Our back is nice and domed. Then we inhale, reach the right arm up, and we're drawing our shoulder blades together behind the back, puffing through the chest. Let's do one more. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin. Inhale, reach it up, pull the shoulder blades together, puff the chest. Beautiful. All right, let's bring that right arm down, right hand arm down. Sit up nice and tall. Reach the arms up, big stretch. And then exhale, bring them right back down. And we're going to switch the legs. So now bring your other foot, probably your non-dominant leg, out in front. And then we'll take a nice deep breath in and it chins up. Exhale to fold forward, keeping that nice flat back until the hands come down. And then we can ease into that forward fold, tucking the chin and folding over the legs. Breathing here. Now it is 5 o'clock in the afternoon for me, but I know it is the morning for you, so you might feel a little bit more stiffness through the spine or just a little bit of achiness, whatever it is, if you do, just go easy. Just notice how you feel and ease into it. Big breath in and breath out. Let's take one more big breath. Exhale. Good. Inhale. Walk the hands in. Sit on up. And then we'll place that right hand down. Left arm comes up. Big breath in. And we reach and we exhale into the side bend with both of those shoulder blades on the wall behind us. And then we'll come back down, exhale here. We've got my breaths all mixed up, so we'll inhale here, and then we'll exhale, fold, side bend, reach. And then inhale, come back up. And then exhale, reach, side bend, get nice and long. Let's do one more. Come on up, inhale, exhale. Reach it on over. Pause for just a second. Reach that arm back a little bit. And then as you exhale, we'll bring that left hand down beside the right hand. Press it into the mat. You need to kind of reconfigure your legs and your arms here. Totally fine. You might need to walk your hands a little bit to the right. Whatever works for you. I want both your hands to come down if they need to be on fingertips. That's also totally fine for a little more space, or even blocks if you have. All right, from here, big breath in, press the ground away, spread your shoulder blades, dome your upper back, tuck your chin. Stay here for the breath up. On your next inhale, keep that right arm pressing. Reach the left arm up, draw the shoulder blades together behind the back. Reach up and maybe reach back a little bit and puff your chest. Exhale, bring it back down. As you come down, we're already spreading those shoulder blades. We're pressing the ground away. And then inhale, reach it up, reverse it, you know the drill, gaze up. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, come on down. Let's do one more like that. Inhale, reach. And exhale, bring it down. Very good. All right. Inhale, coming back through center. We're going to come up to a tabletop pose now, so you can use your hands to reach yourself up and kind of over the legs. Bring the toes back behind you. Tabletop pose is our hips over knees, shoulders over wrists pose. I'm going to turn sideways here just for a moment so you can see. Right away, we press into the ground with the hands. And we pull the belly in slightly on our neutral tabletop. From here, we're just going to take some little circles of the torso. We're stretching through the wrists. We're warming up the wrists. This is going to be really individual, so see how it feels. If you don't feel much at all, you can always walk the hands in a little closer to your legs and then circle the torso. You'll get more stretch through the forearms. You'll just get more strain, not in a bad way, but strain on the wrists. As you do this, press the fingers and press the knuckles down into the mat. Your hands are active. Go the other way. Not only does that help spare the wrists a little, take a little bit of pressure on the wrists, but it's just good practice in general. And we have our hands down on the mat. We're using them. We're pressing into the mat with our fingers, not just our palms. Same way we use our toes when we stand. Okay, enough of my little spiel. Hands come down, center tabletop pose. Make sure your toes are pointing straight back, and then we're just gonna sit back onto the heels. If this is not comfortable, hero's pose, sitting on the heels, you can grab anything that you have. Basically, yoga block-esque, and put it between the feet and lift a little bit. Use it to lift a little bit. You can sit on a pillow. If none of those sound good, or if this hurts your knees, you can sit in any way that feels good. It does not have to be this position. Alright, from here, take a big breath in, reach your arms out to the side. And then as you exhale, reach the hands back behind you, clasp your hands. And then first thing we're gonna do is with our hands clasped behind us and our elbows bent, we're gonna draw the elbows together and then at the same time, draw the belly in a little, take that arch out of the spine as much as we can. Looking forward, take a nice deep breath in, nice long neck. And then as you exhale, if you like, you can start to straighten your arms, but I want you to keep squeezing the elbows together and keep that nice neutral spine as much as you can as you draw the the knuckles back and down toward the mat. Keep pulling the belly in. If you need to readjust once you get there, no worries. Looking straight forward or slightly down, we breathe in here and we breathe out. Wherever you are, breathe. Here, the elbows bent, maybe somewhere in between. All our yoga, all our versions of the pose. Breathe. Inhale and exhale. Good. Slowly start to bend the elbows again. And once the elbows are bent, we'll undo the clasp, shake out the arms a little bit. And we're going to come into it one more time. This time, I'm going to offer you the option to tuck your toes under. So do that if you want. Otherwise, we'll just stay in your hero's pose. I have to reach back and help my little baby toes. So feel free to do that if you need to as well. Big breath in, reach the arms out. We're gonna reach the arms back behind us and we're gonna clasp the awkward way. So the other thumb will be on top and it'll probably feel kind of weird. Big breath in, draw the elbows together, draw the belly in, tuck the tail under a little bit, and then maybe start to straighten your arms. Breathing here. And take one more big round of breath here. Inhale. Exhale, slowly draw the knuckles up, back, and then release the hands, come forward. Bring the weight into the hands just for a moment. We'll untuck the toes and tap them out, regardless of whether you were tucked under or not. Get a little bit of blood flow back into the toes, soles of the feet, the ankles, all of it. Right, when you're done with that, we're going to come back onto our heels. I'm going to turn again just so that you can see me, but you can stay in your hero's pose. And what we're going to do here is lean into that left hand a little bit, enough so that we can lift our right leg and bring the sole of the foot down to the mat. So this is a half squat. Basically, if you cut me down the center, I would look like I was in a squat in my right side. And from here, we're going to bring that right hand to the inside of your right knee. And then it's really up to you what feels good. You can bring the hands together here and then just work on pressing that right upper arm, that right elbow into the right knee. Really thinking about if you were in a full squat, what you would be doing. It's the same thing. A few other options. If you'd like, you can straighten that right arm out down to the mat. You can bring that left arm down to the mat as well if that feels good. And you can open to the left as you press that right arm into your right knee. Right arm into right knee. You can also take this time to kind of work into that right hip by opening and closing it. You can let the sole of the right foot open. You can bring the hand to that knee and open and close the leg. If that is all very confusing and you're like, just tell me what to do, come to center, bring the hands to the heart, press the right elbow into the right knee, and really think about getting tall through the chest and breathing. Now, if this, just for those of you that might not find this very accessible, this position, you can grab your block or your pillow or your dictionary and put it under your seat or on between your butt and your left heel to lift yourself up a little bit. And if you don't have any of that, you can just be up higher, right? You can be right here, lifting up and pressing that knee away, even if you aren't fully in this position. All right, everybody take one more deep breath, draw the chest forward, stand nice and tall wherever you are. And then as you exhale, we'll come forward, lean forward slightly or lean a little to the left, and we'll tuck the right knee back underneath us. Take a nice deep breath here, sit nice and tall. Exhale it out. On your next inhale, lean a little bit to the right, lift that left leg into the other side. And from here, we'll bring that left arm to the inside of the left knee. Palms can come together, pressing the left knee away from the midline and hanging out here. We can move into those other variations if you like. You can straighten the left arm. You could reach the right arm up or bring the right arm to your side as you look up. Or you can take that option to just kind of work into the left side, into the left hip, and just see how it feels. This can be a really nice option if this is not comfortable. Kind of hanging out here just feels like a lot. Finding a little bit of movement and leaning into your right hand might be the kind of relief that you need from that pose, and you're still getting the benefits in the hip and the mobility of your right leg and left. So choose the option that works best for you and breathe. Good. Coming back through center, we'll lean to the right, release the arms, tuck the left leg back underneath you. And we're going to come forward onto the hands into our tabletop pose. Once again, if you'd like to kind of tap out the lower legs once again, go for it, do what you got to do. And then we're going to walk the hands slightly more forward, about one hand print forward, tuck the toes, and we'll lift up into our downward facing dog. Now, your lower legs might feel stiff and weird after we've been sitting on them for so long, especially since it's the morning, so go ahead and walk them out. Bending and straightening through opposite legs. Move through it. Whatever feels good to you, do that. Let the head hang. We'll be here for one more big breath in. Big breath out. And then on your inhale, slowly, we're going to round the spine and flow forward like a wave into our plank pose, but we're going to go really slow. We're not there yet. We're going to press the ground away with the hands. We're going to pull the belly in, dome the upper back, really press, spreading the shoulder blades, and then finally we will get there. Once you're there, shoulders are over the wrists. Toes are active, heels are high, legs are active, quads are squeezed, butt is squeezed, belly is pulling in, looking slightly forward, breathing in, and breathing out. Let's stay for another breath. Big breath in, pull the belly in, press the ground away. Exhale. Let's do one more. Inhale. Exhale. All right, just an inhale. As you exhale, lower the knees, lower the chest, come all the way down, untuck your toes. Inhale, cobra, little baby cobra, lift up. Use the strength of your back. And exhale, lower it back down. And tuck the toes under. Leave the knees down or lift them. We're going to inhale to plank pose. Press the ground away. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Good. On your next inhale, lift your right leg high, three-legged dog. And then as you exhale, we're going to take a really big step forward with our right foot, and we're going to land it in that half squat position, so wide on the outside of the right foot, and toes pointing slightly out. And we're going to take a nice deep breath in here, and we're going to step forward with the other foot and land it in the other half of our squat. And then we're going to sit down into our squat. My knees made a lot of puffs. All right, once you get here, now it doesn't matter if you're fully in a squat or if you're here or if you're somewhere in between, all good squats as far as I'm concerned. Bring your hands down in front of you. And then all of us, regardless of what our squat looks like this morning, we're gonna kind of wiggle around in this position. So as you shift from side to side, I want your foot, with part of your foot to come off the ground. Heels are coming off, toes are coming off. We're rolling through the soles of the feet. We're kind of assessing our squat stance and seeing how it feels. This can be a really great tool to figure out where your feet naturally kind of want to be in a squat, besides the fact that it just feels nice and it's a nice way to squat without having to just sit there. All right, once you've done that a couple of times, come back to what feels good, where your feet like to be, where it's easiest for you to get the heels down, and then bring the upper arms or the elbows to the inside of the knees. Bring the hands together. Press the palms. Sit nice and tall. See if you can draw the shoulder blades together behind the back. And then after you do that, see if you can draw the chest a little bit farther forward. And the knees, the outer legs are activated and they're pulling the legs apart. The legs are pulling apart and they're also kind of drawing to the wall behind you and pulling apart and back. You might notice that when you do that, you can feel your butt, you can feel your glutes turn on, you can feel your outer legs. Breathing here. We're going to hang out here for a little bit longer than we all want to because it's good for us. Staying nice and tall, keeping that beautiful position that we found when we started. Apparently, you're supposed to squat for 5 minutes every day. Hold a squat for 5 minutes every day. We'll do some fraction of that. Take another deep breath in. Exhale it out. Let's all do one more together. Big breath in. Exhale slowly. Undo your hands and arms and then bring those hands behind you and ease yourself down into a seat. That does not work to get from a squat to a seat. You could bring yourself forward and stand up and then find your way down to a seat. That feels better. All right, from here, bring the feet out in front of you, soles down, knees slightly bent, hands are behind you, and then just let the legs fall side to side a couple of times. Good. Do one more each side, really pressing that knee that's right in front of you down. Beautiful, and then we'll come back through center, bring the legs in, find a comfortable seat. And bring the hands to the tops of the legs. Sit nice and tall, let the shoulders be really heavy, let the neck be nice and long. And go ahead and close the eyes if it feels good. We will end our little Monday morning mobility with a big breath in and out. When you're ready, breathe in and breathe out.